The round turn 2 half hitches is the one that I call the Ronseal knot. Reason for that, those that remember the adverts, it's a completely unimaginative name, but it describes exactly what the knot looks like. It's the knot that we use for tying a rope end to a spar if we're then planning to pull at right angles to that spar. This is what it looks like. First we take the working end and we take it around the spar completely, and that gives us our round turn. Second, we use the working end to tie 2 half hitches around the standing part. So that's our first half hitch, and this is our second half hitch, which we then pull up nice and tight, and there we have a good secure knot. Now we can look at it a bit closer up and in a bit more detail. On the left side of the screen is round turn and 2 half hitches that I tied earlier by way of a model. On the right is the rope that we're about to tie our demonstration knot in. Take a reasonable length of it because it's surprising how much you need to wrap around the spar. And over the spar, and then take one further complete turn. That is our round turn. Now we tie the 2 half hitches, which we tie with the working end around the standing part, and we do that by looping all the way around the standing part and tucking the working end underneath itself. That is our first half hitch. We form our second half hitch in the same direction. It's important that it goes in the same direction by bringing the rope around and again tucking it underneath itself. That's our second half hitch, and you might find that this part of the knot looks familiar because it is our old friend the clove hitch. All we need to do now is pull everything up good and tight, and there we are, round turn and 2 half hitches. The most common mistake to make with this knot is tying the 2 half hitches in opposite directions. You can see the difference here. The one on the left hand side of the screen is correct. The 2 half hitches have been tied in the same direction. The working end is just looped around the rope twice, going in the same direction and tucking under both times. As you can see, that part of the knot looks like a clove hitch. The knot on the right has been tied reversing the direction the half hitch is part way through, and you'll see it looks very different. What we have here in fact is a knot that's sometimes called the lark hitch rather than the clove hitch. It's not as good, it has a tendency to untie itself, so it's to be avoided. This is the one we want to go for.